Hello? Hello. Alrighty. So I posted on Twitter, I want to say like a couple weeks ago, about generally just asking if anyone had any questions about fitness. And I wouldn't say I'm qualified for a lot of stuff. I just have a real general interest in fitness. I've been following like YouTube fitness for a long time. I compete in NPC men's physique bodybuilding locally. I did once last year and I'm going to compete again at the end of April. So, pretty much what I was going to do, I thought it would be a little easier to just do like a video kind of going over some of the questions and trying to answer the general stuff because there was a lot of the same questions and I feel like typing it out it just takes me too long. So I wanted to go through some of these and just answer them to the best of my abilities. Uh, There's some pictures from last year when I was prepping for my competition, which, in all honesty, I don't look like this all year. This is pretty much just controlled starvation for peaking for a show. But most people don't get this lean all year. But if you want to get lean or like get generally lean, I should hopefully be able to answer some questions on that. Like one I get commonly, like right here from Boob Floof or Boob Fulf, is how do I enlarge my boosticles at home with minimal equipment? So a lot of people do want to work out at home, and it's definitely possible, but you kind of have some limitations with that. Like obviously, like if you don't have any equipment, you're gonna have a hard time hitting your hamstrings or your biceps or anything like that. Like if you have a pull-up bar, you could do push-ups at home or sit-ups, but you're gonna be lacking a lot that you should normally be able to hit. Uh, you can do like the resistance bands at home as well, but the problem is like a lot of the recent studies are showing that in like the range of motion when you're lifting, like say you're doing like bicep curls, like in the most stretch position tends to be the most hypertrophic or cause the most stimulus for muscle growth. So with the resistance band with the tension profile, your highest tension is when you're up here at the shortened position, which you're lacking that lengthened position or where your muscles getting the most stretch out of the motion. So resistance bands are still, if you have nothing else, it's better than nothing. And same thing with pull-ups or like doing a pull-up bar. A lot of people have a hard time doing pull-ups. I can't do too many pull-ups personally. So like even when I'm doing pull-ups, like I just recently got to where I could do like 8 good form pull-ups, which is like really going all the way down so you get a full stretch on the lats and then coming all the way up, like trying to bring the bar to your chest. But those are just some examples for at-home workouts. At home, the main limitation is like when you're working out, like a set is it's basically just sets and reps. Like say you do bench press, you go until you can't anymore. However many times you lifted it up, that's how many reps. And once you're done lifting it, that's a set. Then you wait a few minutes until your muscle recovers a little bit, and then you do another set. So the problem with at-home routines is there's only a certain amount that you can challenge your muscles. Like once you get outside of the 30 rep range, then you're not. It's more of like a cardio type thing. Like walking around all day, you're not like gonna build your legs up just taking extra steps all day. Like you have to find a way to challenge yourself. So like you can slow down push-ups, go lower, elevate your hands, like. But there's always going to be limitations. So ideally, you want to be able to get into a gym because then that way you can slowly add weight, progress the weight, and progress the reps in each set to where you're creating new stimulus for muscle growth. But that's just a general one for at-home workouts. That's one I got a lot of. Uh, let's see. This was pretty good. How many years of training did you do to get this physique? I've been training for about 3 years personally. Uh, I started around when I was 32, I want to say, and that's what I really kind of went all in and went real serious about it. And that's the big thing about like starting working out. Like a lot of people kind of want to go all in at once, and if you're trying to do too many things at once, you're gonna kind of get a little overwhelmed. And if you feel like it's really hard just to keep the habit of it, then it's kind of unsustainable. So I would say like if you're just getting into it, just try and do small changes. Like even just going to the gym once a week is good. Just go to the gym, go in there, feel out the equipment, get on the machines, do stuff, see what you like. That's a great way to start. Like you don't want to have like some crazy standard just going into it. Like you'll kind of tighten stuff up as you go. And even when you're working out at home, like you just want to challenge yourself, kind of find stuff you like. Because ideally you want to learn to like it and want to keep doing it. And that's going to be the most important thing when it comes to adherence and sustainability over time. Um, so yeah, I've been working out about 3 years. At any point in your fitness journey, you should get guys for a personal trainer. I actually had a coach for a year last year, and he helped me prep for my show. And that was actually the same show I'm doing this year. It's the Midwest NPC show. But he helped me through the prep, through peak season, and everything. It was a 16-week prep. This prep's actually going to be about 17 weeks, so I've been dieting right now. My show's not until the end of April, and it's the middle of January right now. This is a really tough situation too, traveling a lot. So, that gets hard. If you have dumbbells with you, like ones that you can like select the weight, like the little Bowflex ones, like you have some options there. Like you can do a lot of leg stuff just with dumbbells as well. Like you can do like Bulgarian split squats, lunges. I like goblet squats personally. That helps me hit my quads pretty hard. And then you can do like Romanian deadlifts, so you can get like a good stretch on your hamstrings with those as well. Tips for cutting out a tight budget. The cheapest foods I've found that I can afford and get enough of is I'll usually go to like Costco. If you don't have a Costco membership or Sam's Club, uh, just try to buy big packs of chicken breast, or if you don't like chicken breast, just like a lean beef or like a white fish. Those are usually pretty cheap because protein is the most expensive thing you're going to be looking for. Potatoes are cheap. Rice is cheap. You can get the big 25-pound, 50-pound bags from Sam's Club or Costco, or you can get a 20-pound bag from Walmart. Buy a cheap rice cooker. It seriously is a lifesaver. It makes everything so much easier. And then with chicken, I know it sounds daunting, and a lot of people don't like eating chicken after it's been in the fridge for a day. And I didn't originally, but that's something I kind of worked on getting past because, like for me, with my diet personally, what I found was the easiest is I eat the same meals pretty much every day. I typically eat about 7 meals a day, which I know that's not ideal for a lot of people's schedules or the work or like when they're at work or anything like that. But it's been easiest for me, and I feel like when I eat more meals, like right now I'm eating like 2,700 calories on my regular lifting days. On my off days, I have 2,300 calories, and this is for my cut. So I'll have like oats with protein powder and almond milk in the morning. Then I'll have like chicken and vegetables for 2 of my meals. Then I have chicken and potatoes for 2 of my meals, which is like 100 grams of chicken, 300 grams of potatoes, and like 200 grams of chicken, 300 grams of potatoes. That's like, I want to say that's less than 500 calories per one. I think it's about 476. And like 100 grams of chicken, that's 30 grams of protein normally, which literally, it sounds like a lot, but 100 grams of chicken, it's like that much. It's barely anything. And it's pretty easy to get down. but those are like cheaper options I've found. Uh, Vegetables can be pricey sometimes. Like I'll get like frozen broccoli, or I'll get the bags of shredded lettuce, or like a bag of spring mix. Those are easy to get in. You get some good nutrients with those as well. Other stuff that's helped me a lot is like the G Hughes barbecue sauce. I get the sweet and spicy one. It's like 10 calories per serving, which is like the whole thing has like, I want to say 15 servings. So a big ball of barbecue sauce is only 150 calories. So you gotta sprinkle that in. I don't even actually track that. I just add it for flavor. This one, so I actually drink a lot of water. I drink more than I should, but I take a lot of electrolytes in. So this person's asking how much water do you actually need to drink? I drink about 6 liters a day, which may be too much and a lot for a lot of people, but I like having that much water. I'll get like the little, maybe go to Walmart. They have those big, long packets of like great value flavored powder. It's like sugar free, 25 calories a packet, and I put it in like a liter and a half bottle, and it just makes it easier for me to get my water in. And I'll salt my food so that way I'm getting all my electrolytes. Uh, and they're saying they're cramping up, so they definitely need to monitor their electrolyte intake. So you want to make sure you're getting like enough sodium, potassium, and magnesium. Um, if it's a continuing issue, you could take taurine as well. That also prevents cramps. But if it's still a continuing issue, I would recommend getting blood work to see where your potassium and sodium sitting and what you need to like increase in your diet. Self discipline. This one's tough. It's very individual. So for me, the only way I can work out every day that I'm supposed to work out is I have to do it first thing in the morning. A lot of people feel more motivated to go at the end of the day. I just like going before work. I'll wake up, have my morning meal about an hour before I lift, and I'll take like my morning supplements and my fiber and everything like that. Then I'll go to the gym for about an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on what I'm doing that day. And then it's out of the way for the day. The rest of the day, I'm just trying to track my steps. Like right now, my step goal every day is like 14,000 steps, which sounds like a lot, but if you're moving throughout the day, it's pretty easy to hit. But and that's another big thing for me and with like this prep and everything. Like I've been able to lose quite a bit of weight or quite a bit of body fat this year just tracking my steps and tracking my calories. Like, let me see if I can pull up Chronometer for you. So this is, you can't see the mouse. So this is what I use. Oop. I can't see the keyboard either. There we go. So this is actually the app that I use to track all my food. So this is just an idea. Like I use the mobile app, but you can log your meals and everything like that. But the reason I like it so much is it tells you your micronutrients. Like it tracks 84 nutrients and compounds. So you can know if you're like deficient in anything and you're eating healthy, even if you're eating at a deficit. Custom diet settings, like so you can change up your days and everything like that. But my favorite thing about this is I said earlier I eat the same stuff every day. So you can just copy and paste a day. Like, say you have a certain amount of meals you know you're going to eat every day. You can just copy that day, paste it, paste it, paste it every day. And then some days you'd be like, oh, well, I don't feel like eating this today. So then you could delete that and just add in whatever else you were going to eat. And you don't have to be as neurotic as I am about it. Like, I use a scale and I weigh every single thing I eat. But, like, say I go out to eat and I have a burrito and I look at Chronometer and I can't find it, I would just type in like a steak burrito or something like that, find something similar that I would think is about the same calories. Like if you look at like a good metric, it's like the Chipotle burrito is about 1,000 to 1,200 calories depending on the toppings you have on there. So that's like a good metric. You can just find a burrito that's like about 1,000 or anything like that if you go to a Mexican restaurant or something. But it's just good guidelines to kind of help keep you on track. I've seen something about people talking about not being able to eat enough. If I can go back to the original post. Let's see. Oh, there's a good one. So how much protein should you have in a day? So research has shown zero point 0.7 grams per pound body weight. I typically eat more than that, but it's like about 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, or 1.5 grams of protein per kilogram body weight is like a good thing to go off of. Like, and it sounds like a lot. Like, say you weigh 150 pounds, 150 grams of protein sounds like a crap ton. But that's only like 500 grams of chicken, which is like maybe a chicken breast and a half, if that's what you were eating in the day. Which you don't want to just eat only chicken breast throughout the day, I'm sure. But like, if you track it in a calorie tracking app, you'd be surprised how much protein you can get in. As long as you like prioritize protein every time you eat, it makes it a little easier to not just sit down and have like potato chips by itself. Or if you're gonna sit down and have potato chips, have them with like a meat or something, or like Greek yogurt. Something that's like a good protein for you. Go to the gym, but have an anxiety about it. That's pretty normal. What I do normally is I go to the gym very, very early. A lot of times, like I go at 2:30 in the morning because nobody else is there, and I like that. But even when I go at peak times, like nobody's paying attention to you. Like I promise. Like as long as you're not making a spectacle of yourself, nobody's just watching what you're doing. Everyone's like in their own business. And like the only annoying thing about going on like peak times is like trying to get on equipment that you want, but there's always another something else you could do there that hits the same muscle group. Like I'll jump around and replace stuff during the week all the time. Bulking up, that's just pretty much eating at a calorie surplus. I'm trying to find it. Where was the one? Sorry, his fursuit squishes my nose like crazy. Well, I can't find it right now, but someone was asking about trying to get in enough calories, and that is pretty much if you're tracking your food. Like I had someone tell me the other day that they're eating 6,000 calories a day and they're not gaining weight and they're 140 pounds. And I promise you, if you're eating 6,000 calories a day and you weigh 140 pounds, you're not gaining weight. That means you're not eating 6,000 calories. Like major bodybuilders eat like 6,000 calories a day. Like most of them don't even eat that much. Like Derek Lunsford, he's Mr. Olympia right now. He eats about 3,700 calories a day, and he's like 270 pounds. Like it's all about just like trying to create a calorie surplus if you're trying to gain weight. And let's see. For guidance, hard. I feel like I go to the gym or whatever I'm doing. It's actually beneficial. Yeah, that was another one about how to get started. It's literally just trying to build the habit. Like you don't want to do too much at once. And I'm sorry if this is very unorganized. I don't typically do this kind of stuff, but I thought I would try to answer some questions as best as I can. I may do another one of these and try and do it more structured. But pretty much that. I would definitely, for the most part, I would definitely recommend getting a calorie tracking app. Like you don't have to be perfect with it. It's just good to kind of hold yourself accountable. And I use a Fitbit to track my steps, which today I'm at about 12,700 so far. So I got to get another 1,200 steps in before the end of the day. But that's pretty much it. One good recipe, I think I saw someone ask about a recipe, is I make these pretty much a pudding pie. It's a protein pudding pie. So if you know those, have you ever seen those Fairlife chocolate shakes? Let me see if I can find that. Fairlife protein shake. Which these things are gold too, honestly. Like I drink these all the time. These are it right here. So these Fairlife nutrition shakes, they're only 150 calories. They're 30 grams of protein. They're delicious. And they are a little pricey, but I'll use 2 of these and then a family size pack of like Jello sugar-free chocolate pudding mix. I'll mix that together and I pour it in just a regular pie crust, like one of the Keebler graham cracker crusts. I typically get the Great Value one. It's like $1.24. And then like the Jello pudding mix pack is like $1.24 or something like that as well. Then I'll get like the Great Value Cool Whip, which is like, it's like 25 calories per serving. I'll just spread that on top. And I have like half of that pie every day. It's like 612 calories, but I've kind of moved my calories around because my biggest weakness is sweet foods. So I like to try and fit in treats and such throughout, like at some point during the day, and that kind of helps keep me on track. But I hope this is helpful for somebody. I know it's very unorganized. But if you have any more questions, just please hit me up. And I think I'll just end it right there. Y'all have a good one. Bye bye.